Hello and welcome everyone to another Friday, another end of the work week, and another Daily 8. Phil Penarski here, ready to bring you the top stories that you need to know as we head into the weekend. We've got a lot to cover in today's show, so why not just jump straight into our very first story of the day that takes us here to Grand Rapids, and a story that we've been covering for almost over a year now. The Grand Rapids Police Department has announced an arrest in a double homicide that happened in the Burton Heights neighborhood nearly a year ago. 19-year-old Casey Harmon Jr. was charged with the deaths of Anaya Rodriguez and her boyfriend Malik Eubanks. The deadly shooting happened on November 6th of last year. Police say that a gun found by a passerby and a bloody jacket were the key pieces of evidence that linked Harmon Jr. to the murders. He has been charged with 2 open counts of murder and a weapon and a slew of weapons charges as well in this investigation. And we head to the other side of the state for this next story. The St. Clair County Sheriff's Office seized more than 370 pounds of cocaine during a drug bust earlier this week. The Sheriff's Office says that it was the largest drug bust in the department's history. It has a value of about $16.5 million. Multiple agencies assisted in the drug bust. The suspect was taken into custody and is now awaiting arraignment. And we have an update to a story that we brought you earlier this week as well, as charges have been filed against a woman who was found living in a truck with 17 dogs inside in Walker. The dogs were discovered in a parking lot off of Alpine Avenue Monday. The dogs were taken to the Kent County Animal Shelter for treatment. They are housed there at this time as the investigation has gone on. The woman has been charged with a felony for failing to provide 10 or more animals with adequate care. She faces up to 4 years in prison and may be ordered to not own or possess another animal if she is convicted. Vice President Kamala Harris is making a campaign stop in Grand Rapids today. This comes the same day as a new national poll by Emerson College found that 49% of voters in the United States are backing the Democratic nominee, while 48% plan to vote for former President Donald Trump. Harris will be speaking at a rally held at Riverside Park later this afternoon. We will be streaming the entire event live on woodtv.com, and we also have crews throughout the area covering all the different moving parts and bringing you the full story throughout the day. And staying on the election train, some Michigan voters who requested absentee ballots have yet to receive them in just a few weeks until the November 5th election. We spoke to a few of those impacted voters and election officials to find out the next steps in order to make sure that every single vote is counted. If you requested an absentee ballot and are still waiting on it, you do have a few options. You can contact your county clerk's office to double check to make sure that you're on their list, and if you are, you can request a new ballot that can be sent out to you to make sure that your vote is counted. You can also vote in person here in the state of Michigan, as early voting starts on October 26th. And it's Friday, which means we're ever so close to the weekend, and if you're still in need of finding something fun to do, then why not check out this week's Weekend Planner. The K-Wings are celebrating 50 seasons in Kalamazoo on Saturday and are attempting to break a Guinness World Record as well. The Grand Rapids Marathon returns this Saturday, and there are several different races for runners to take part in, no matter your skill level. And Second Church in Allendale is hosting the annual Pumpkin Walk, where you can check out hundreds of lit up pumpkins. Just head on over to woodtv.com right now and find our full list of events. And the weather should be pretty great for all of these activities, so let's check in now with Storm Teammate meteorologist Matt Kirkwood with a look at your Friday forecast.
The amazing fall forecast will continue today and right through this upcoming weekend with sunshine and a warming trend. Nothing but full sunshine out there, not just here, but just about anywhere in the northeast and eastern half of the country. Looking at a forecast with temperatures today, mid-50s at noon, mid-60s for a daytime high. So a little bit warmer than yesterday with a light south wind. The football frenzy forecast looks fantastic. Should be in the 60s to kick off, and the end of the game about mid-50s. May want a light jacket. The wind will be light out of the south. And what we're tracking out there, again, It looks like a beautiful weekend. You probably won't even see a cloud. Not only that, but the colors are peaking here across lower Michigan, especially in Grand Rapids northward. Excellent time to do some leaf peeping. Nothing that brings out those colors like full sunshine. That's exactly what we'll get. We'll have to wait until Wednesday for our next chance of rain, but leading up to it, we're looking at full sunshine right on through the weekend. And by the end of the weekend, high temperatures right around 70.
All right, thanks, Matt. And of course, it's Friday, which means another week of football frenzy. It's officially week 8. Hard to believe we are this far into the season. We will have scores and highlights of up to 20 games on our newscast coming up later tonight, including our 3 spotlight games. We have Holland Christian as they travel to Northview. Byron Center is hosting Muskegon, and Kalamazoo United will be taking on Parchment. And we will likely see some top play nominees from some of these games tonight, just like we saw last week. And we have a winner to announce from Week 7's list of plays. It is Hudsonville's Griffin Baker and Brady Van Lake. They take home the top honors for Week 7 with this big play against Granville. They received just over 48% of the total votes. Just an awesome catch right there. Full extension. You love to see it. Congrats to both Griffin and Brady on that. Incredible play. And remember, we do debut each week's top plays right here on the live desk every single Monday, and then you then have the opportunity to vote for your favorite play each and every single week of Frenzy. And of course, we end today's show talking about my favorite part of the Frenzy season. That is the Frenzy Tailgate Food Drive. The Daybreak crew was out at Reese Puffer High School earlier this morning, and the students showed out even more. Even despite those colder temperatures, the Rockets are said to have donated about 550 pounds of food, and that will go towards helping the local food banks in the area. Like I said, my favorite part of every single week of Football Frenzy, and I'm sure a lot of people are glad to see that as well. All right, well, that should do it for us today on this edition of the Daily 8. Remember, we will be back again on Monday with 8 more stories that you need to know. I'm Phil Pinarski, and I want to thank everybody so much for tuning in, and we hope to see you again on Monday.